they might actually come for me after this video. No, for real, I'm kind of scared. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So it's about to get a little heated, okay? So this how it happened, right? Me and all the stylists around the world had a meeting on February 30th, and for whatever reason they decided that I would be the spokesperson and let y'all know what be getting on our nerves at the salon, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. This is what they told me to come and tell you all. So here I am. I'm just the messenger, okay? Bear that in mind this whole entire video. So in all seriousness, this list of 10 things that stylists hate is not to discourage anyone from coming to the salon. It's not to make anyone feel bad. It's not even for you to necessarily change some of the behaviors that you have been displaying when you take a visit to the salon, but it's more so to just bring awareness. I see on social media all the time and hear from my own clients and different groups of women how the stylist and client relationship has drastically changed, sometimes not always for the better, throughout my career as a professional stylist. And so I'm always getting the perspective of the clients, but I never really get to express, or the stylist really never gets to express so much the annoyances that comes with working at the salon. So like any job, for example, you have mild annoyances when you go to work. Being a stylist is definitely no different. And so today I'm here to share what those annoyances are. And to be quite frank, since this is such a client dense industry, most of the annoyances be coming from y'all. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So if you're interested in hearing from a stylist perspective what gets on our nerves at that salon, then just keep on watching. So the first thing that stylists hate in the salon is when a client has their eyes open at the shampoo bowl. First of all, from my perspective anyway, I just want the client to relax and enjoy the shampoo. Those who have sat in my chair know that I give bomb shampoos, okay? So that is the time to just relax, close your eyes, unwind, take a little nap if you want to, but it's not the time to be staring me in the face because it's creepy. Close your eyes, ladies, at the shampoo bowl. We don't want you looking up at us. It's really creepy. So while we're on the topic of shampoo bowls, my second thing that stylists actually hate in the salon is when you lift your head up to give your stylist access to the back of your head. So picture this, you're lying back in the shampoo bowl and you feel your stylist getting close to the back of your head. So in an effort to kind of help her out a little bit, you lift up your head to give her access to the nape area. You don't actually need to do that. The stylist can lift your head up on her own and lift it as much as she needs to access the nape area. The average head weighs about 8 to 10 pounds. If your stylist cannot lift your head, then we got a whole nother problem. And when you do this, you run a risk of leaving the salon soaking wet. When your neck is not lying flush on the shampoo bowl, that water can get everywhere, slide down your back, and girl, your clothes is wet. So please stop lifting your head up at the shampoo bowl. We appreciate the thought, but it actually doesn't help us out at all. Helps neither one of us out. The next thing that annoys us stylists at the salon is when clients show up too early for an appointment. Y'all, we almost hate this as much as we hate you coming late. And here's why. There is like an unsaid or an underlying pressure that comes when a stylist arrives too early, especially in the era of COVID, where stylists should be taking every precaution to properly sanitize and disinfect in between clients. When you come early, it's like you sitting there looking at us like, I remember one time a client was like 45 minutes early, and how I have my salon, I have the door locked, and I actually have them ring the doorbell whenever they come or whatever. And I heard the doorbell ringing, but I was just sitting down eating my lunch because it's my lunchtime. Whoever's at the door isn't for me. I scheduled in this break and I'm going to take this break. And so the client ended up calling me and was like, hey, I'm outside. And I was like, hey, you early. So when we're on our feet all day, we're working, taking clients back to back, thoroughly cleaning in between clients, it's a very tiresome job. And so while we love what we do also deserve a break. And so when you show up early, you're either cutting into our break or you're applying unnecessary pressure to the stylist just because you're sitting there. You may expect to get serviced early, and it doesn't work like that. And I think that it's acceptable to be no more than 10 minutes early. Anytime before that, just stay in the car. Don't bother the stylist because you set an appointment at a certain time. So, and I know that works both ways because I know it works both ways, but quit coming early, y'all. The next mild annoyance is when the client does not use the footrest on the salon chair. The salon chair twists and turns because we need to see the head from different angles. So when we go to spin the chair and you got your feet on the ground instead of the footrest, then we scraping up your cute shoes against the floor. So use the footrest so that we can easily turn you and get that cut right, get that color right. So the next thing I have on my list of annoyances that happen at the salon from a stylist perspective is when y'all be holding y'all heads down looking at these phones. My God, if we working on the top of your head, right, and you're like this, looking down at your phone, it's kind of hard to do it. And these phones got y'all in a chokehold. I will lift a client's head how I need to put it, and then it'll slowly just like. So when we're working at the back of your head, sure, you can hold your head down and look at your phone, but try to bring your phone with you as the stylist guides your head, because it's just easier for us to see that way and ultimately makes our job a little bit easier. So yeah, it's okay to take a break from your phone as well. Okay, so the next thing on my list is bringing extra people to the salon. This more so comes in light of the coronavirus era. The more people you have, the more likely it is that somebody in the room got COVID. So moving in extreme caution, it is wise to just bring yourself and yourself only to the appointment. Now, I do have some clients, sometimes they just have to bring a kid or two, and I completely understand that. I'm not saying give up your appointment, but don't bring the whole hood with you to come and get your hair done. Most of us don't have the space in our salons. A lot of us have suites now, and suites are not very big. We don't have a lot of space to accommodate you and your entire family. Secondly, like I said, it's to provide a little bit more safety for ourselves and other clients as well when you don't bring everybody with you. And thirdly, to limit distractions. And for this reason, a lot of stylists actually prohibit their clients from bringing any guests, and I totally understand it. I don't necessarily, but I would like for clients to bear that in mind when they book an appointment, to try to just bring yourself. And I understand if you can't, but at least try. The next thing that be getting on our nerves is y'all not getting enough rest. So for obvious reasons, we cannot do our job properly if your head is bobbing and weaving in the chair, okay? At the bowl, at the shampoo bowl, sure, take you a little nap. But once those flat irons and stuff come on, girl, why would you, like, how can you sleep? That's a lot of trust in that stylist. You can't tell people to get extra sleep, but try to be alert when you're in the chair so that we don't have to work around the lack of sleep. Because that's very challenging when someone's head is bobbing and they're sleeping. The next thing on my list is when people text outside of normal business hours. Now this one is kind of tricky because if it's a quick text asking a question about your appointment for the next day, then whatever. Y'all, I had a girl calling me at 1 o'clock in the morning. And of course I didn't see it until the next day, but she called me like twice and left a voicemail, and at 1 o'clock in the morning talking about a hair emergency. And I'm like, no ma'am. When I get off work from the salon, I am done with hair, okay? I am done with hair. Other than, like I said, a quick reminder text or confirmation text or something like that. But other than that, I am done with hair. So this might sound a little harsh, but just because you're having a hair emergency does not equate to me having a hair emergency. It's not the same. When you get off work at your normal job, you're done with work, right? So the stylists should be no different. They have families, they have lives they want to tend to outside of the salon, and it's not just hair all the time. I have kids, I have a spouse, and I have to tend to them as well. So your hair emergency is just unfortunately not my emergency as well. So please be courteous and text and call about hair during business hours, or at a reasonable hour, I should say. The next thing on my list is having unrealistic expectations. Despite what a lot of people think, hairstylists are not magicians. Just because you show them a picture of something does not mean that your end result will look exactly like that picture. We can try to get it as close as possible, but 9 times out of 10, your end result will not look like the inspiration pic that you brought in. Simply because that's a whole different woman on a whole different side of the earth probably, and you're you with your hair type, and we have to work with whatever we have here. So we try our best to get you looking like whatever you want to look like, but be realistic, be open-minded, and be open to suggestions as well, because some people have this much split ends and want their hair to still be long, and they want flowing beautiful curls, and it's just not, it can't happen because we have to work with whatever we're presented with. We're not magicians. We can't make something out of nothing. So the last thing on my list happens to be the biggest one for me, but we don't like when y'all come in talking down on yourself or your hair. That drives me to no end. First of all, because I'm really passionate about women, okay? My purpose here on this earth is to help women boost their confidence, simply put, whatever that looks like. And so this is why I love the industry. But you all make it extremely hard when you come in and you give 100 reasons as to why you don't like your hair, or why you don't like yourself for that matter. And it's frustrating because I hate to see a woman downplaying anything about herself. And B, it's almost like whatever I do as a stylist today with you here in my chair won't really make a difference because you already feel a way about yourself. You know what I mean? And so it makes it challenging to bring my best self to this, because it feels like no matter what the end result is that I bring, it's like you don't feel capable or you don't feel worthy enough as it is. So it kind of puts a rain cloud, so to speak, over me as a stylist, because it's like it's kind of fighting a losing battle basically. We don't like when y'all come in saying that your hair's so nappy or you so bald headed, my face is fat, like those things. I just wish y'all wouldn't do that, because everybody's beautiful. I'm committed to my clients so much so that I am going to help you find something that works for you. I'm going to help you find something that you're comfortable in. I'm going to help you with the overall health of your hair. I'm committed to that for my clients. But when you come in and you already have a Debbie Downer attitude about the way you look, it's kind of hard. Like, that goes back to stylists are not magicians. While I can change your outer appearance temporarily, I cannot change your mind about the way that you feel about yourself. So that goes beyond a stylist's scope of expertise. If you're struggling with some deep self-esteem issues, then it's bigger than just getting your hair done. It's bigger than just getting your makeup done. But I highly suggest going to therapy and figuring out the root of those issues so that you can cut them at the root, girl, and get to living your happiest, best, most beautiful self life, okay? So yeah, don't talk down on yourselves when you come in the salon. We don't like it. Simply put, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, and we're gonna make it do what it do up in this chair today, okay? So yeah, guys, that's basically all the things I have for you today as far as the things that annoy me about my job as a stylist. It was all meant to be lighthearted and funny, and although these are things that we actually do deal with every day, it's in no way to hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that. I'm about love and positivity, and I love my job. Like, I really, really love my job. But if I could change a few things, these would probably be some of the things that I would change, okay? If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. As a stylist, can you relate on some of these things? Or as a client, are some of these things like, oh, I didn't know that that was a thing, or actually y'all stylists be getting on our nerves too. Let's talk about it. Like, I'm not easily offended or anything like that. Let's talk about it. Let's have fun and let's be respectful at the same time. If you like this shirt that I have on, it's just a black long sleeve cutout shirt. I have them available on my website, www.beautydesisway.com, and you can click on the Her Way wardrobe link and see all of the beautiful clothes that I have. Spring and summer wear is coming very soon, so please be on the lookout for that. If you are local in the Little Rock area and want to book an appointment with me, please visit this link and book an appointment and come see your girl. But don't be doing none of the stuff we talked about today. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'll see you all in my next video.